Hi, in today's video I'm going to talk about the terminology you'll come across when preparing your wills or powers of attorney or both. Doing this can get a little confusing, especially if you're preparing both at the same time. The first term you will come across is testator or testatrix, and that is really you, the person making the will. If you're a male, you're called a testator, and if you're female, you're called testatrix. It is a term still used, it's traditional, but basically that's just you, the person making the document. An executor is the person you appoint in your will to carry out the wishes in the will. Now, they will be responsible for collecting in all your assets. That means contacting the banks, building societies, dealing with the land registry, and also paying all your debts, funeral expenses, and any tax, if there's any tax to pay. They will then carry out the terms of your will, depending on whether it's passing the money to individual people or to a trust, which I'll come on in a second. Next, you may appoint a guardian in your will. A guardian is somebody you are nominating to look after your minor children, that is, children you have who are under the age of 18 years. It is worth noting that if you are in a relationship, then the chances are that both parents have parental responsibility, which is the legal responsibility for your child, and therefore whoever you nominate in your will, their appointment will not come into effect until both of you have died. So it's very important to discuss this and make sure you both appoint the same people, because otherwise you may end up having two separate sets of people after you've both passed away, which may cause a conflict. Next is a trustee. Depending on the will you've drafted, you may or may not have a trust in your will. If you do, then the trustees are the people that receive the money from the executors to then carry out the terms of the trust. And that depends on what sort of trust you have in your will. The most common ones are a life interest trust, usually for married couples. And the next one is a discretionary trust. And finally, attorneys. Attorneys are people you appoint in your lasting powers of attorney. So that's the same sort of people as an executor. They have similar roles, looking after your money and the responsibility for that. However, an attorney is somebody that's appointed while you are alive, but unable to manage your affairs. Comparing that to an executor only steps in after you have died. They may end up being the same people, but they're appointed in separate documents and they have a different set of responsibilities. I hope you found that useful and look forward to seeing you on the next video. Thank you.